Hey, this is Freefall. This has been my first tutorial of the new year. Okay, a lot of beginners who have never really hosted a server before have been asking, how do I know if my port's open? How do I know if people from other computers are going to be able to connect to my TeamSpeak? Or I can connect, but my friends can't. This should help you. Another question also that I've been asked is, what happens if I have a changing IP address that every day my IP changes? Well, in this tutorial, I will cover both port checking programs and DNS updating clients. Okay, first thing we're going to cover is port forwarding. Port forwarding means your router blocks incoming connections on certain ports. This is done to protect your computer from hackers. Um, Most people, however, I know most hackers aren't going to go through thousands of IP addresses and pick out your computer on the specific port to attack. I mean, there's no point. So what we're going to do is make sure your port's open. Go to portforward.com, select the name of your router, and find out. It will guide you there. Now, let's say you've already port forwarded. How do I check if my ports are open? I mean, everyone says all you have to do is this, but how can I be for sure? Well, Port Forward provides a tool. It's called PF Port Checker. I have it open over here. Now, I've already typed in a port that I know is blocked by my ISP. Um, Port 80 might be blocked by your ISP. That's HTTP. Mine is blocked by my ISP, which is pretty good because that means I can show you what this error looks like. We were not unable to ping your router. My router does not allow pinging because I have it set up not to do that, so I don't get ping attack because I host HTTP server. So that's a good feature. Your port is not open. This is a bad. This is not what you want to see. However, for what we're first going to do is go to UDP 9987. What you don't want to see is your port is not open. I'm going to go to check me, and your port is open on this computer. This is what you want to see. This means everyone in the whole world that has internet can connect to you, which is good. Now, some routers come with a function called DMZ host. If you do have DMZ host, enable it. DMZ allows all ports to be open on your computer. It's kind of a risk, but Windows Firewall should be more than adequate to protect your computer. However, if you feel that's inadequate, you can get a firewall program like Free2FTP blocker. There's some other ones. There's a bunch. Free2Peer. There's some other ones. I'll post links in the description of programs that you can download to protect yourself if you feel like this is vulnerable. However, then you're going to have to read the manuals on how to open it via that. However, Windows Firewall should be more than adequate for most things. However, don't give your WAN IP address to shady characters. Yeah, that's all I can say on this. Okay. Now we're going to shift over to dynamic IP addresses. Dynamic means changing. Static means your IP address doesn't change. If you have cable, odds are most likely you have a static IP address. If you have ATT Uverse, you have a dynamic IP address. However, it acts more like a static IP address in the point that the odds of it changing are minimal. Now, if you have DSL or different types of charter cables or satellite, you might have a dynamic IP address. Dynamic means it just changes every time you restart your modem or box that's connected to your phone line. So every time you unplug it or restart your computer, your IP address changes. Now, as you can see, that's going to be a problem if you want to give your friends to be able to connect. Well, luckily, there's a website that offers DNS support. It's called noip.com. As you can see, here's its homepage. What you have to do is register an account. Once you create an account, you log in. As you can see, welcome back, and then it shows your current IP address. What you do then is go to Downloads, Dynamic DNS Update Client. Select your operating system. This works on all Windows operating systems, most Macs, and Linux. It works fine. I've tested it on all clients, and it seems to be running great. All you have to do then is create a host, and then type in the. You don't even have to type in the port. Just type in create a host, my snazzy TeamSpeak, and that should be more than adequate. I'm not going to show that because it's pretty self-explanatory once you log in. Okay, now once you download this client, then and you've created a host, connect to the host just by collecting select hosts, and then all you have to do is select it. It's a checkbox. Should be logged into your account. It'll be your email address, and then your IP address will automatically refresh. What I want you to do is go to File, Preferences, Run as a System Service, and then select OK. Once you do that, it should work. It will automatically update your IP address every 4 minutes, or 5 minutes, sorry. Every 5 minutes it updates, and you just give your friends mysnazzyteamspeak.myftp.org, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about your IP changing. This runs in the background. You won't even notice it. I found this program to be useful for Dynamics. There are other ones. You can go to DNDNS or DNYNDS, sorry, .com. It looks like this. It's okay, but you have to manually do that. Note, you have to log into your account once every 60 days for no IP. If you use the DUI, it's every 30 days, and you have to update it manually. That's why I like no IP. It doesn't use that much memory, and no CPU, so you don't really have to worry about that. Okay, that concludes this tutorial. I'll be having some other ones up soon about configuring clans, multi-clans in one TeamSpeak client. Hope to see you soon.